Peace, happy Transformation Thursday, everybody. Faze here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Definitely working towards becoming the best version of yourself and deciding to decide with intention on everything that you do to strive towards being intentional, strive towards operating at your highest best and apply yourself, you know. I wanted to come to you today and talk to you a lot about setbacks, you know. I sound like I'm golden. Thanks for joining. Setbacks are great preparation for a great comeback. You know, sometimes you have to start all over for a better reason to be able to advance, you know, forward to where it is that you want to go. And just, you know, sometimes when we are where it is that we are, we need that refresher, we need that reset in order to be able to advance as to where it is that we're destined to go. So it's just really important and imperative that we see the value in that setback. You know, sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's like, dang, like, why I gotta go backwards? Why I gotta start all over again? But one thing you have to understand and know that it's necessary. You build endurance, you build strength, you build gratitude, and you're able to just really reflect on, you know, the present moment that you were in and now where it is that you are going. You know, you've learned some things, you advance, you have grown through some things. So it's just really important to be able to operate out of that space and just really show gratitude. You know, be grateful. I am grateful that, you know, I did start from this place, but now it's time for me to advance. Now it's time for me to take that next step. Now it's time for me to pivot. Now it's time for me to learn from what it is that I went through in order for me to be able to have that progress and move forward. So it's just really important and imperative to see your own value, to love on yourself, to feed and cultivate your mindset, to fertilize your foundation and continue to keep pouring into yourself. It's so important to be able to do that. So, you know, really understand the dynamics of a setback. Don't look at setbacks as something negative, as they were carved out to be and then programmed inside of your mind to say like failing is like the worst thing ever, you know, like we have this visual in our mind that failing is like the worst thing ever, nobody wants to fail, and all of this other kind of stuff. We have to understand that failing is necessary in order for us as individuals to be able to learn, grow, and, you know, have that setback in order to be able to give us that leverage to move forward in whatever it is that we are working on, whatever type of mission that we're on, whatever it is that we are involved with. So always have that inside of your mind and, you know the value of that. You know, if we don't go through struggle, if we don't go through difficulty, if we don't have these setbacks that, you know, we go through and we grow through, we have to understand that we won't be able to advance in the area in our life where we want to go. You know, we're so tight and we're so hanging on to every little thing that it's just like we have a closed fist. We won't be able to receive anything with a closed fist. So we have to, you know, we have to humble ourselves. We have to be within the spirit of giving and sharing and, you know, having that even exchange of energy and just really being in that kind of mindset versus being in a mindset where you're just so tight and you just want to hang on to everything. And just really show gratitude for those moments, you know, build every moment as it comes, be present for those moments, and, you know, reflect in the time that you have struggled, that you go through whatever it is that you're going to go through, and really be a student of life in that moment. You know, be observant, you know, really make a self-evaluation of self, what it is that you want to do in life, where it is that you want to go, and really create this mentality, you know, this lifestyle. This is a part of your lifestyle. This is not a trend. This is not a fad. This is not something that you do when you feel like it. But this is something that is a lifestyle that you participate in on a daily basis. So it's just really important and imperative to see the value in that setback. It's helping you prepare yourself for an even higher and a greater comeback. So that's something to be able to really be mindful and aware of, and continue to do your personal development. Spend 15 to 20 minutes, doing that. Whatever it is that you do in that 15 to 20 minute time, whether you have a self-help book, which you read a chapter, or you go to YouTube and you pull up an inspirational video, or you're diving into some type of module of a course, and you're taking notes and you're working on really improving your mindset through that process. Whatever the case may be, however much that 15 to 20 minute time increment that you have, really dive in, be present for the moment, and invest in yourself to be able to really make an impact in your own life. Whatever it is that you learn, utilize that to be able to apply to your life and implement it throughout your life. Don't just take notes or listen to something and you didn't grasp anything from anything that you've done, but use it in your life on a daily basis. Whether you start by creating your daily action plan, whether you start by applying what it is that you have learned to your life a step at a time. Whether you do one thing a day, you start off your week, you start with that one thing, and then God willing, every single week you just add more things on, and you're really conscious of the things that you are going through and that you're growing through. So you're not going to get it the first time around, so don't get frustrated, don't quit, don't give up, don't be so, it's so impossible. But for you to be able to approach whatever it is that you're doing in life with an optimistic mindset and a go-getter's mindset. Peace. Thanks for joining. We as individuals are capable to be able to achieve and receive whatever it is that we desire to, but we have to prepare ourselves to be able to receive it, because right now we're not prepared to receive it. We just want instead of fully being prepared in order to be able to receive it and know really what to do with it, know how to really approach what it is that we want to approach, because we have gone through the process that has prepared us for that. So it's just really important and imperative. Assalamualaikum, thanks for joining. It's just really important and imperative for you to see your own value and for you to value that. Really be mindful and aware of what you allow in your space. Really be mindful and aware of what you intake on a daily basis on all channels. Really be mindful and aware of your self-talk, because that also has something to do with your advancement as well. So it's just important and imperative that you see the value within yourself. That you're worthy, that you're capable to be able to receive what it is that you desire. And you also have to pour into yourself on a daily basis. You have to love on yourself on a daily basis. You have to take care of your mental health every single day. Whatever it is, you have to make a conscious choice and decision to do that for yourself, because you're valuable. And you have to speak good things into your life. You have to speak abundance and greatness into your life, so that can be a part of your daily lifestyle. Not sometimes, I'm just gonna do this sometimes because I feel great today, or I'm just gonna do this day because it just seems right. But for you to be able to make that a lifestyle, so I just want to really encourage you and really inspire you to be able to not just think that having this mentality of a setback is like the worst thing ever, but to be able to be in a space where it's growing you're learning something from it, you're able to have that even exchange with yourself and also with others. So it's just really important to be present for the moment, speak positivity within your life over yourself, and move with intention on a daily basis. Don't move in a way where it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can make this happen. Assalamualaikum, Ahmed, thanks for joining. And just be in this space where it's just like you're operating out of lack, and you're operating out of doubt, and you're operating out of fear. Oh, maybe I'll, one of these days I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna see if this thing is really gonna just happen. If you keep operating at that level in that kind of way, you really can't have any type of expectation for anything to advance or anything to happen on any type of dynamic level that you want. That's exactly. You definitely have to practice patience. You definitely have to practice consistency. You definitely have to practice being intentional. These core components are truly important in order for you to be able to advance in any kind of way. And I mean, doing all the self-work, doing all the you work is the key. Like, we as individuals, we get so caught up and souped up into this microwavable way of life, and we think that if we just do this and that, and we just do like 2-3 things, everything is just going to be great. And then we're so mistaken, and we get so disappointed and frustrated because when things don't go our way, or when things go left, we're like, oh, that's like the worst thing ever. Oh man, maybe this is a sign this is not for me. And we just lose it, and we just throw out all the work that we did, instead of really being in a space where, being in a space of gratitude. I'm so grateful that I am where it is that I am. I'm so grateful to be able to have learned the things that I've learned through this process. I'm so grateful to be able to utilize the tools that I have gained to be able to not just improve myself, but to be able to share with many that can definitely help along the way of their life, mission, journey, vision, career, whatever the case may be. It's just important to make that self-evaluation and move from there. Not, oh, should I do it or shouldn't I do it? And just be in this like limbo type situation, as if like, I'm gonna wait for the right time. I'm gonna wait for the right moment. I'm gonna wait for the right people. I'm just gonna wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and make waiting a part of your process, instead of, diving in and learning through the process to your progress. Because you won't ever learn anything if you never do anything. If you sit back on the sideline as a spectator, you won't learn anything. So it's just a matter of getting your hands dirty, getting out there in the trenches and attacking it, and just really being a student of life. So I just wanted to share that with you, encourage you, empower you, inspire you all to decide, act, commit, and resolve in your life. And decide. Making a decision is the first step. Coming up with resolve, coming up with a solution. Don't sit around and just say, oh, well, this is just like this, and I can't do this because of this. And we just simmer in that, instead of really deciding that, you know what, I'm not going to let this thing, whatever it is that's in the space right now, hold me back. I'm going to let it inspire me to be able to push myself forward, figure this thing out, come up with some type of solution that's going to be a stepping stone for me to be able to move forward, and so on and so forth. Not to just sit down and say, oh, I can't do this because this is just like this and this is just like that, but for me to be able to be optimistic through that process, and for me to be able to really be intentional with coming up with a solution. Action, take action, whatever it is that you learn. Implement that inside of your life on a daily basis. Be consistent with it. Don't have this flash in the pan mentality where things should happen over a week. After you do something for a week, after you do something even for a month, things should be changed. Like, it takes 21 days to regain a new habit, and depending on what it is that you are working on specifically, it's going to take even longer. So don't gauge the timeline. Have this mentality where I have a marathon mentality. I have this mentality where I know that it's going to take me some time to be able to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm willing to do what it takes and push myself forward from there. I'm not going to sit around and just twiddle my thumbs and say, oh, I wish this would happen, and I hope this would happen, and maybe one of these days something great is going to happen, but I am a direct contribution towards my own personal change. So, that's some things to be able to really intake, digest, understand, and really implement these things inside of your life. So that's all I have for today. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you all for joining me live. I appreciate you all so much. Make sure that you do share this on your timeline. If you are watching the replay, hashtag replay below and let me know where you're tuning in from. And today, today is Transformation Thursday. Make sure that you are doing something to be able to contribute to your own personal transformation, and be intentional with what it is that you're doing. So thank you all for tuning in, and God willing, I'll be talking to you a bit later. Have a great month. Peace.